there was a Aurora College student, I think he was part-time, Brian Vincent. He sold life insurance. And he sold me a policy, $10,000 policy that I was paying for probably about 3 months before high school graduation, and to get me kind of lined up. And at that time, he says to me, I should think about going to college. And I'm telling him, there's no way I can go to college. So then when he delivers the policy, I don't know, 3 weeks later or so, he gives me another good sales talk about Aurora College and convinces me to apply. And so then I applied, and I had to have 3 references, and I was worried about who I would get the references from, and one was from this world history teacher who I happen to have a wonderful relationship with. He was very unusual. I guess you'd have to say it was a present or a Aurora College at the time student that recommended me. I think I came here, and I don't think there was another student from East Aurora High School, the graduating class, that came here. And if I was to tell any of those kids that were in college prep classes that I was applying to Aurora College or going to Aurora College, they would probably laugh at me. I think the beauty when I came to Aurora College, I was out of my usual clique. I was just seen as another person, but I was also seen, because I'm coming to college, as a person with some possibilities or potential. So I wasn't seen as in the bottom fourth, I was seen as a kid in college. And I think the acceptance by the professors and the students was sort of an energizing thing for me. As a senior in high school, I took remedial English, and the guy was a terrible teacher in one respect. He was always trying to scare us. If you don't pass this, you're not going to graduate. And the only reason you're taking this class is so I got to make sure you know how to fill out an application form so you can get a job. You know, we were the dummies, so to speak. So once I get accepted to Aurora College, I taught myself to type that summer, and I went and got the college preparatory English book that East Aurora High School used at the time, and went through it very carefully, because I felt I had to know, college preparatory English, and I had to know how to type. And so I did those things. And how did it help me grow? So I was accepted. And then I realized by working very hard, I could make it. I could offset some of my high school deficits. Opportunities that I totally missed in high school. I think the other thing that helped me, it was wonderful, was the idea that I could step beyond expectations. I could step beyond traditional barriers. Whatever the traditional measures were, I could step beyond them. Like, I was not expected to go to college. And I got beyond that, and I did well. In terms of Aurora's future, if they can find, I guess, the people like me who are the non-traditional applicant, and I mentioned this other guy who was the non-traditional applicant, if they can take these late bloomers, whatever you want to call them, if they can identify somehow they have some skills and traits that will prove to be successful, then they're really doing a great job.